this guy can get it into the 190s.
Very well, gentlemen. Thank you.
Oh, there it is, 191.
Thanks.
Oh, almost carried it. Looked like it fell back in.
Expect a big swing here. Pretty controlled, really, though.
See how close he came to carrying that. That's from the back edge of the tee, carrying all those bunkers was 330.
Players go to this grip, they try to control the putter more with the shoulders and with the left hand. And if you haven't messed with it much, it is extremely awkward feeling at first. It takes a lot of practice to get used to it. A little more accurate tee shot. See which one he plays here with the slight dogleg right. I took it on up in the air a little bit more. And he's lost it a little right as well.
Trees to deal with.
Stay aggressive club head speed when you're coming out of the rough.
It looked pretty juicy. Wet rough right there.
Today's grooves, that wet rough, the ball seems to go shorter. Champ coming up the hill from 25 feet here. May move a little left.
Yeah, we got a lot going on in this group with putting. Sergio Garcia putting with his eyes closed. He had the claw. He sometimes still deploys it, sometimes not. And Champ going to the claw. So the accuracy more important for Cameron.
Yeah, I don't think he really needs any more distance. Or just my opinion.
That's their theory as well.
Yep.
Well, whatever that was, it was long and it's good.
Ever. Phil, are you adding any yardage with the weather? The temperature is still a little cool enough to where you might have to add a yard or two to each shot?
Absolutely. It the temperature really affects the distance the ball goes these days. I think, Robert, that's a good point.
Phil, when you switched to claw, I did a little bit. It was these putts that I actually struggled more with speed. I didn't feel like I hit it as solid. The touch is more in your hands.
Pretty solid stroke there, Ned.
That looked comfortable too, didn't it?
No problem for this player's length here, though, Champ.
If he busts it, he could actually go through into the other bunker with one of his best. That's perfect, though. The best in the world, very possibly the best of all time. One of the two best of all time, hands down.
An incredible mind for sure. That from 179 for Champ. Really high towering shot.
Champ's kind of the same ilk. When he has a chance to win, he gets it done. Remember when he won out in Napa?
Hubert was phenomenal. Ronnie Black won the 1982 Southern Open on a golf course that was Old Comer, Bermuda, from tee to green. And he said Hubert for the week, 4 days, was 100% up and down inside 100 yards.
He's
phenomenal.
That's phenomenal. I'm going to go a little off beaten path, too. Sergio looked like he peppered his, and he's about 30 yards short of the front edge, give or take. I'm sure Cameron's got, if he reaches back, which he did, enough to get there.
Softly.
Oh, he's yelling softly. Holy cow.
That's the weapon that DeChambeau is making so famous these days. Well, there's another one right there.
Just a complete understanding now of the game.
That was from 33 feet down the hill.
A little bit of break here.
It's a solid looking stroke. He's made some really good strokes on those shorter putts so far today.
And as we watch Cameron Champ attack the 15th, we'll welcome in Parker McLaughlin. Good morning to you, Parker.
Good morning. It's going to be a difficult little putt there for Cameron Champ across the green.
Is Koepka maybe doing more harm than good by continuing to play if his knee's not ready? I mean, is it potentially dangerous for his golf swing?
I think it is. It depends what he's feeling. If it's more mental or if he's actually feeling tightness or soreness in that knee. I think, well, as we watch Champ, there's only one thing that all really good putters have in common, and that's the belief that they can putt. And Cameron Champ's finding something to believe in this new grip.
To me, Cameron, he gets as wide as he possibly can on the backswing, gets narrow on the way through, and has massive rotational power.
Does it remind you a little bit of Davis Love when he was younger?
Yeah, I think
Davis was really wide, too. The lie was really good. Just off the cart path over there. There's a beauty in overcoming the uncertainty of not knowing if your read is correct.
Absolutely, and even with the greens book, you know, you're still looking at having to make the proper stroke.
Watch the ball when it comes out.
Yeah, if you get any of the grain growing back against you, Ned, the ball will bounce. It won't roll through there.
You see it starts bouncing immediately, and the grain just killed the speed.
Yeah, lets one get away there, although that stroke looked pretty good. I didn't see any problems with that stroke. I think he liked the putt, just misread it a little bit. The error came on the first one. He might should have chosen to pitch that ball over that grain and not have to have dealt with what happened. Yeah, I think that they're looking for the same effect that they have in Phoenix there. The 16th plays, what, I think 165, 170, something in that range, and kind of the same here, and that's well judged by Champ.
Didn't go, Phil, but I agree with you. That both of the strokes on 17 here and 16 stroke look good.
Yeah, the rhythm is good. The pace, the release of the putter is good. There's nothing holding it back. It doesn't appear to be any tension in the stroke.
320 over.
Let it go.
Sorry, Phil. 320 over that left edge of that bunker. This is right down the pipe.
Boy, you make some good-looking driver swings. A shallow green like this. Although he's drilled this one a little lower, got over the top of it, pulled it. And so 3 long putts here for Eagle for this group. Champ now coming just off the back of the green. Pretty flat on this back plateau of this green. He's been a little off with his distance on his longer putts so far today, but that looks like it might be pretty good.
Not only an advantage, Phil, but also an intimidation factor, you know.
I might have noticed that he tucked in his sweater underneath his left armpit walking into this putt. Indication there of using this grip, how he's trying to use the left side to dominate control of the putter. Champ trying to move that ball a little bit from the left. And it did so nicely. Good look at the hole from that side of the fairway today. Hole cut back left.
I'd say knowing your strengths and weaknesses, I think that's a massive thing in how to play the game. You know, we saw Cameron Champ decide to putt from off the green a few holes ago.
6 in strokes gained putting. It's been really struggling for him for this season.
But sometimes all it takes is one little feel or one little bright spot, and your mind changes, your attitude changes, and you get excited about a putt instead of dreading a putt. And I think that's a key to when a lot of players have a top 10 or a good finish. They found a little something like that, had a little epiphany in their game.
It is nice to hit a good putt and feel like you meant to do it rather than, wow, I'm happy I made a nice little accident with a good putt there.
Come on, Parker, that's eloquent now. You got to.
That was beautiful. I got nothing to add to that. It was perfectly said, Phil. And then watching the poetry of Cameron Champ swing.
Okay.
Good.
Well, let's just keep on sliding down the fairway a little bit to find Cameron Champ's tee shot.
He took a little something off of it. I like that.
Yeah, that's the best way to control the spin on soft greens, and it's still pulled back a little bit. A fair shot, good shot.
Yeah, he's gotten this distance and in. His stroke has looked very good. He's not made them all, but he's made very nice strokes. He missed one back on the 17th, and it's been kind of missed a bunch in a row now of very makeable putts.
Keep that patience up.
spot up on the right-hand side, then it drops down around left over a bunker. He might be going right of the bunker. He is. He started that well right. He didn't like it.
Definitely a hybrid. Started well right. Got away with it. Nice bounce out of the rough into the fairway. We're back with Cameron Champ in the third hole. His 12th of the day, having teed off the back.
Laid back to 178 yards after that hybrid off the tee.
It was right, and this part of his game so far has been a little dicey to lag putting. That was not bad. Overcompensated a little. The other ones have been short. Just under 4 feet. Right in the middle. See there, only 2 missed greens in regulation. Make that 3.
I'd say that wouldn't sit well.
Missed greens in
How often do you
regulation.
see that, Robert, indecision off the tee on a shot, and you end up with a bad shot as a result?
Sticking to his guns. Now Cameron Champ, the worst part of his game, I'm afraid, Phil. Cameron for his par. And he needs to simmer down now. Jeez.
It's nice to see all those people out there, isn't it?
It is great.
Enjoying some sunshine and golf.
Slowly but surely returning back to normalcy. That needs to catch a good lie. Not this one, though. Sounded solid.
Yeah, headed way left. I caught that bunker.
I would think with his speed, this may actually be an easier shot than some of the short-sided ones.
Isn't it?
That was actually not a bad shot. He just a bit unlucky that it hit on the downslope.
Cameron from 37 feet and 3 inches. Cameron clean up. Okay. Disappointing par. Soft greens, Zoysia fairways, lift clean in place. They all go into the decision-making process, though.
Yeah, he's launched that really high up the right side. It might get to a bunker.
190 speed, and it got to the middle of the bunker.
It's always easier to hit this shot a little bit lower trying to pick it. Trying to hit it high and pick it is tough.
Oh, no. And it looks like that ball's going to spin back into the front trap.
You build in a lot of wrist hinge. Well, he played that pretty nicely.
Yeah, that was well done.
For a great par. Okay, and the solid stroke and good results continue from 10 feet and in for Cameron. Looked like he was swimming well early and lost it a little bit as of late. Uh-oh.
He's just kind of lost his edge a little. You can see his body language, how he's working, how he's walking, and that sort of thing.
Cameron with a slick little chip.
Must not have liked how the ball was sitting with his choice of shots there.
Looked like he had a pretty good rhythm going with his game early and has just fought it on this side back to even par.
No, I don't think it's that much downhill, really. I don't think he's going to move all that much either.
Did it.
Take a deep breath, slow things back down, get back in your rhythm. 3 holes, he's got a little out of it. I think he likes that one, though.
As well he
should.
should.
See if he can take advantage of it from 158 into a little breeze. He's posing like he likes it. And he should.
Good job, man. Really good.
And left it short. The one thing you can control on a putt, getting it there. That's going to be a little bit tough pill to swallow, especially when you've been struggling on this 9.
over a bridge, over a stand of trees, and trust it. Started a little further right than you might want.
Find the bunker.
You can make something else fatigued or hurt, like a back, because you guys were talking earlier, you thought it looked like maybe his back was bothering him or something else. So it's just kind of a, one thing gets another.
You're right. I mean, some part of that body has to pick up the load. See, Cameron Champ, pretty much all hands, just do what you can with it. Choke down to the steel. Chop down on it. Take your medicine.
Champ now from 125. Good look here. Expect this to be a pretty good shot. Hoping for it to come on back a little.
If you could finish with a birdie, it does make you feel just a little better leaving the course, and that's going to have the opposite effect. A very reachable par 5 easy hole, one of the longest hitters in golf.
But he's got to walk away from today, I think, with a good feeling because of how he's rolled the ball with the putter.